Hey guys, it's me, Skaie. So this video is happening because I'm super anticipating InZoi, and InZoi is a life simulation game, kind of like The Sims, but more realistic. And over the weekend that just passed, they released the demo character studio creation thing, and I may have cooked up that idea. Just gave me a little thing, you know. And so I decided I wanted to make our viewers, specifically those who frequently come in and chat and are active during our live streams. And I thought that would be a fun thing to do. Future Skaie here. Just disclaimer, I didn't get a chance to do everyone's characters because I ran out of time, because I only had a couple hours to complete this little thing before I lost access. So if I didn't do you, it's not because I forgot, it's because I literally didn't have time. And before you come at me, this is strictly based off of chatting methods and like talking styles, because obviously there's no other way for me to really know how you guys look like. So don't come at me. Just don't do it. I'm just trying to have fun. And yeah, so I'm fully prepared to get all of this wrong. But I also had another idea after I recorded. If you enjoy it, it might also be fun if you comment on the video and let me know like specific vague things that you like, attributes about yourself, like if you're on the bigger side or on the skinnier side, or have blue eyes, brown eyes, long hair, short hair, black hair, white hair, like those vague characteristics about yourself. And when the game comes out, or the demo, or another demo, or whatever happens, I can try using the descriptions you give to redo it. And also, if I didn't get to make a Zoe for you and you want one, also please comment. And since we don't have Zoe yet, I could also try to do it with The Sims 4 if you would like. So I won't know unless you guys tell me. So if you enjoy this, let me know what you guys think. If you want me to try with The Sims 4 as well, I could try that as well. Just let me know in the comment section. And onto the character creating. Okay, so future me here. My audio got all messed up while I was recording, so here I am. I hope you guys enjoyed that little preview. But anywho, my first deck, Zoe character, if you will, is Coinhunter, as you can see. And this is it. That's him. He's an old fart, so this is perfect. I'm joking. The demo starts off with like a couple presets, and I'm using them as jumping off points for the Zoes I'm making, because I don't really have any other options here. For Coinhunter, even though he acts like a 2-year-old, kidding, kinda, I feel like he's older, maybe like adult. I don't know, maybe middle-aged, but I'm going with middle-aged because I think that's funnier. Sorry, not sorry. It gives me kind of blonde hair, blue-eyed dude kind of vibes, so that's kind of the look I'm going for here. I hadn't gotten a chance to start messing around with the guy presets, so I'm having a little fun here. I definitely think Coinhunter has a beard. I feel like he's the type to have a beard, light skin, like I said, blue eyes. I feel like, you know, maybe freckly, And like I feel like he might be a built dude. I remember him mentioning at some point something about military experience, so like I'm assuming some sort of that. And like he's a dude. I'm assuming hairy, so I hate that part of this build because that's weird to me. But anywho, and now I'm like trying to find some outfits that you would go with. Let's see what I come up with. So as you can see, I found a like bomber biker jacket that I think would suit Coinhunter because I low-key think he's like a motorcyclist. And it's, you know, just some jeans and some like glasses. I think more like sunglasses would suit him. Yeah. And then obviously a choker. So here I'm choosing a coin hunter trait, a character trait, kind of like in The Sims. It comes with characteristics and stuff. I was thinking of authoritarian or perfectionist because I can see either or, but based off of his like punny humor, I went with entertainer because I feel like you're easily amused. Don't come at me. Well, it's time for some photos. So now we're going to do Zigmus or Zigmus. You have to have a last name. I'm feeling like Zigmus is more of a young adult, like maybe early mid-20s, just based off of the way he kind of talks and chats. Very demure. Oh god, I'm keeping that. So I'm looking for a preset and I think I find one. I think I'm going off of like a dark-haired white guy. I think that's the vibe I got. And more like, I would give maybe like skater dude, I don't know, lanky, skinny. So that's why I went with this preset. Yeah. So I'm thinking Zigmus has more of like a bit of a rounder face, smaller nose. The eyebrows look good to me, but maybe a little bit more rounder. The eyes more like big and awake, even though you do be saying that you get tired, but it's fine. Like a small kind of nose, not too big lips. Like I feel like you're like normal lipped, and your eyes are like rounder. I think no one on this earth has a jaw that square, that like sharp. And then, you know, me getting carried away with mustaches and stuff, but it wasn't working. I think you're also a little bit like of a tanned guy, not necessarily like white, like super white, but like more tanned, more on the tan side. And I'm leaning more towards like short hair. It'd be funny to get a curveball and have you wearing long hair. That'd be interesting. But I feel like shorter hair, maybe shaggy would have been good, but like I went with more of a shorter hairstyle. Though I Actually, I think I went, did I go with a shorter hairstyle? I definitely am leaning towards like black hair. Oh yeah, I did go with the shorter hairstyle. I feel like that suits you. Also gave you freckles. But that's probably because I have like I just think freckles looks good on everyone. Maybe that's awful to say. Or not awful, I don't know. Anyway. But I'm going for like the lanky Larry kind of idea. I hate this part, but maybe more, I'm feeling like broad-shouldered, tall, maybe tall. I don't remember if you ever said what you work as, but I'm going for like a not like sophisticated situation, but not like biker feel either. You know what I mean? Should feel. I think I'm going more towards a like more skater dude vibe. Earrings and stuff, like maybe like not those, but the ones that are like looped on the, yeah. And of course I have to be kind of a little shit. You know, just give him some ears. Okay, I won't. I'll be nice. I'll be nice though. I mean, no shame. However, I'm not trying to, I'm actually trying to go for something that's more what I see you potentially doing. Now, granted, if you do these things, again, no shame, and it'll be fun to discover how wrong I might be, or right I could have been. Interesting, no? So I'm getting the beanie wearing skatey guy, probably glasses, not huge glasses, but like normal framed, well framed. I know the eyebrow slits are kind of a stretch, but hey, listen, I'm keeping them. The likelihood of that happening is low, but hey. So that's kind of what I'm getting. That's the feel I'm getting. Baggy, sporty, skatey. So onto the traits. Zigmus, you be coming in with the puns and like making fun, making jokes. It can be really entertaining. You like to bounce off of people, kinda. But you're also like super duper helpful. Like you come in like to help and like give tips and stuff. So I feel like I'm leaning more towards volunteer because you're like engaging in helping, enjoys conversation, you like bounce off of everything. So that's where I ended up with volunteer. You know what time it is? Picture and dance time. Alright, so our next Zoe will be our good old buddy old pal, Adam. Adam. What can I say? You have said in the past that you are European. So that leads me to believe like European look. That's what I'm going for here. Now, do I know what that means? No. Because there's no one look exactly. I also don't exactly remember where you said you're from, but I digress. So I definitely think you have like longer, kind of shaggier hair. So future Skaie here. At the time of this recording, I was going for a German look, but Saiyko proceeded to remind me that you've mentioned you're Polish, and I'm an idiot. But I can't do anything about it, so okay, thanks, bye. But I do think you have facial hair, I don't know why, but you kind of give me that vibe. This is the kind of thing this is my mind's eye. That's what I get, you know. I think you have very, very fair skin. Not like, well, I think that's fine, what I've given you. But yeah, so I really like, I mean, I don't know. Do guys typically, I feel like guys don't typically like, what's it called? Mess with their eyebrows. So I feel like what I've given you is fine. And I do think you have mentioned you're tired a lot, so I feel like it's fair to give you a little bit of a what's it called, some under eye bags a little bit. Yeah, but I also think that you would have like, well, I don't know if I think that you have freckles, but I like putting freckles on people. So here we are. I feel like everyone has like a natural like fetish glow. I don't know, we're getting a little bit too in deep. It's not that big of a deal. So I don't think you're like skinny, like thin, but I do think, well, no, I think you're like more stockier, so like more built up here, and maybe a little bit chubby. I don't think you've ever mentioned anything about working out, so I could be wrong. I definitely think you were into more comfier clothes, so like sweatshirts, sweatpants, hoodies, things of that nature. Comfy, if you will. So as for shoes, Tim's might be a bit of a stretch. That might be a Sky fashion flare, if you will. Because I like Tim's and I think they just go with everything. But whatever. I think you're probably a sneaker guy, but it's fair. But what do I know? I definitely think you would wear glasses, and I could definitely see you walking around with like headphones all the time. So that's what we're going for here, with this look. And for personality trait, I was originally gonna go with individualist, but I decided adventurous because you be going places. You're out there, out and about all the time. So yeah, that's why I ended up going with adventurous. And on that note, you know what time it is. So next we have NotThatGuy. NotThatGuy has said it again and again. He's a teen, or a preteen, if you will. And therefore, I'm not trying to do no young adult, because he is not. And I ain't trying to do the details that entails. But unfortunately, that means that because understandably this is a demo, we don't have that many options, and we don't have a teenage option. I don't know if they're gonna add that in later, who knows. But even though I don't see NotThatGuy as this young, it is what it is. So the presets for NotThatGuy, the presets available for the kids weren't vast, but I found one that kind of worked. And I kind of just think, you know, he's pretty much, you know, white kid, brown hair, brown eyes, pretty average, obviously according to him, Tola, but it is what it is. I think maybe he would be on the heavier end. I could see it go to both ways, either really skinny and lanky or heavier. I don't see anything in between for me. But yeah, this is pretty it was pretty quick because, like I said, I didn't have many other options at the time. As for trait, I kind of went with go-getter because NotThatGuy is pretty opinionated and he tends to say exactly what he wants and when he wants it. And yeah, this is him. You know what that means. So next we have JustANormalGuy. Normal Guy is newer to our viewing and chatting, but nonetheless has left an impact. So I figure you fall into the Zoe rankings. I'm pretty sure you're young. I'm pretty sure you're like a high schooler. So I'm going with that. However, I think you're above the threshold for me to justify the child Zoe, so I'm gonna have to deal with the young adult Zoe and try to figure it out from there. I think you probably have like chubbier cheeks, rounder face, and also I definitely think you're Gen Z and Black based off how you speak and chat. So yeah, that's what I'm going with here. That's what I'm going for here. You definitely still have like the baby face features, so that's what I'm doing here. And I think I don't know if you're taller or shorter, but I definitely see like you having shorter hair. We didn't have very many options in terms of like ethnic hair here, so yeah. If you don't have shorter hair, I didn't really like the other options. It just looked weird, honestly. It didn't look good, if that makes sense. So I went with shorter, like curlier hair. I'm not trying to give you lipstick, don't panic. I'm just trying to give, you know, us melanated people, we have like darker skin, not darker lips colors. So I was just trying to give you natural lip color. Okay, don't come at me. I definitely think you're on the skinnier kind of lanky end. I definitely think you wear like comfy clothes, baggier clothes probably, but I also think that for most of us, because who likes not to be in comfy clothes? Come on now. Unless you're like a fashionista, then power to you. But as for the trait, you do like to come in and be helpful, but you're also funny, so I feel like you're definitely like more of an entertainer. You come up with some funny stuff, but yeah, you know what that means. So next we have Ifombo. With Ifombo, I think you're also a youngin. Maybe not exactly child, but definitely I want to say preteen. And with similar to NotThatGuy, the presets for kids are difficult. So I had the grand idea to try to edit an adult preset and then switch back to a kid to see if it'll keep it. So that's what I did to try to avoid the child preset limit issue. So I definitely went with I wanted to go with more of like maybe Middle Eastern look with like dark hair, lighter brown eyes, and not super light skin, but not super dark skin either, if you know what I mean. Like not dark, but lighter, darker than white. If you know what I mean. Anyway, I also was trying to see if I could make you look like a teenager, kind of like what I did with JustANormalGuy, but it didn't work out that way. I did find out that messing with the body doesn't affect the child's presets, so it just didn't work out. It was just not working. So I ended up going back into the child's preset, and it did work. It did keep some of the changes that I did on the young adult. So here we are. And this is what I feel like worked out for Ifombo in terms of looks, how I kind of picture him. Just maybe taller, maybe. Future Skaie here. So for traits, I originally went with volunteer, but I don't know why I did that because I don't agree. I think you tend to come in and be more jokey and you do your own thing really. So I would either go, if I can do this again, I would either go with like entertainer or maybe individualist or something like that, because I feel like that would suit you better. So yeah. You know what time it is. So now we're doing Ziron. Ziron got me mad. Not you, but like the OBS got me mad because OBS was OBSing and it decided to pause on me without me noticing, and I almost missed the footage, but luckily I noticed it on time just as I hit, like I was on the preset, and I was able to unpause it and got the majority of the footage. So whatever. So with Ziron, I originally was gonna go with childlike, but then I feel like you're more of a high schooler teen, so like I went with young adult, and I'm using those presets instead. So just like with just a normal guy, if you will. But I went for this one, I think you're more Middle Eastern, and since I think you're a teen, I'm gonna try to make you look more like a teen as opposed to an adult. So goodbye facial hair. So we went with like the rounder jaw, like the like cheeks a little bit more out, the baby face essentially, and with brown eyes, brown hair, you know. I feel like you're thinner or lankier, so I went with that. I definitely with the crop top. I'm kidding. No crop top, but I feel like you would just wear like sweatshirts and shorts. Like I feel like that might be a style that you would wear. I don't know. As for the hair, I originally was gonna go man bun, but I think more is like short, longish, medium longish hair. Somehow I ended up kind of creating Harry Potter, but hey, I don't know, it works. But I think this probably would be you. As for your trait, I think you're very you come in and you're very nice and you're helpful and stuff. I think you can be a little cautious. I think you aren't super talkative, so I think I went with safety conscious for that reason. So anywho, so now we're on to Dragon of all games. And with Dragon, I decided to go for a more middle-aged, no, not middle-aged, young adult aged preset. I kind of scored a little bit. I couldn't at first decide what your image in my head looked like, but I ended up deciding that I think you're Asian, and I think you have dark hair and dark eyes. So that's what I ended up leaning towards and using as the jumping off point. As for like hair and characteristics like that, I figured your eyes were like bigger. I decided that your hair wasn't gonna be short. I thought I was gonna go with short, but I decided not to. I ended up going with like a short, shaggy, like bang hair type of thing, because it suited you mainly, or it suited my image of you, if that makes sense. You know, black hair, dark eyes. I picture you as a little bit more heavy set, like, but muscly, if that makes sense. So maybe think football player, I guess. And I squirreled here and decided to do the character trait early. So I went with entertainer because I know you like streaming, and also so I think you're funny and like to in our going, so I feel like that worked. So now we're back to choosing the outfit and I decided to go for a more like laid back kind of look, again with the well, not the crop top, but like the t-shirt and the baggy pants. And when I was looking at accessories, I thought like glasses, and since you tend to say meow all the time, I decided to stick to the ears, the cat ears. Don't come at me, don't sue me. Listen, it suits. So here we are. Anyway. Okay, so now we're gonna do Kai. MFKai. Kai, I had a little bit of a hard time. I definitely think you're a youngin', so I went with the child presets, but I had a hard time finding a preset that I liked for you. I don't know that I would have found a preset in the young adults that would have helped exactly, but yeah, I had a hard time finding a preset. But eventually I finally found one that kind of applied. I think you're more fair-skinned, dark hair. I feel like I went with a lot of fair-skinned, dark hair. The section of a few, but I feel like your hair is like long and shaggy. And it's not like super fair-skinned, but like lighter, like light dark, like man, like Hispanic almost, like a little caramelized. So I went with like, you know, hoodie, jeans. I think that was pretty straightforward for Kai. I think the most was just trying to find a face that suited. Sweatshirt, jeans, sneakers, pretty go-to. Dark hair, darker eye, like light brown eyes. I decided to put a hoodie, like a hoodie, baseball cap, or not baseball cap, what are they called? Bow hats? Bucket hat. Did I decide? No, I went with a baseball cap, but I almost put you in a bucket hat. Anyway, your trait, I decided adventurous because you be out and about, my dude. You're always traveling, always talking about places that you've been, things that you've done, so adventurous for sure. So yeah, this is my vision of Kai. You know what that means. So obviously I was gonna do a Zoe for Saiyko and I, and I'm gonna start here with Saiyko. I decided to base Saiyko's Zoe off of her chibi for obvious reasons. I wanted to like find a preset that like kind of did the thing, you know? Does that make sense? It like matched the Zoe. And I kind of settled with not settled, but like found the this one, and I thought it worked. I thought it worked well. Unfortunately, we didn't have very many accessories yet, so I couldn't get a face mask to use for the Zoe, so it's not exactly like the chibi, but hey, close enough. I also had a really hard time with the hair, but because I couldn't find something that like worked exactly, but I decided with this bangy one that kind of gives like spiky vibes. And it was close enough, or like satisfied enough, and I didn't hate it. It looked nice with the character. I know that the chibi doesn't have makeup, but I decided to give it makeup anyway because I thought it looked good. Plus Saiyko wanted me to make the character look good even though it was based off of the chibi, so here we are. With the female characters you can do a little bit more and with the body, but anywho, I originally went with a hoodie thing that I was gonna like as the go-to outfit, and then Saiyko decided to say words, and so I was like, you know what, let me mess around with it. Let me F around and find out, and so I did that, and I decided to change it to this like motorcycle-y jacket thing, and a tank top instead. But in that I discovered that you can really customize the outfits and stuff, so I was having fun with that. I really was. And then I landed on this, and I gave her sunglasses. As for the what's it called, the personality trait, you know, a lot of things can fit Saiyko. She's can be a perfectionist, she can be a little bit of an introvert, she's definitely an entertainer. Obviously she's here streaming with you, and hopefully entertaining you guys, but I ended up deciding that she's mostly an artistic character, has like an artistic character trait. I just thought it suited her the best, and so yeah. And then Saiyko, being a perfectionist, decided to come in and take over and wanted to make some changes. So we decided to go with the original, what I was going to do originally, which was well, I wasn't going to originally do these pants, but she wanted the hoodie, so we went with the original hoodie instead. As you can see here, she's over here over my shoulder yelling at me to get it right. She hated the shoes, she hated everything, she just hated it all. She didn't want anything I did. No, I'm kidding. She did appreciate everything I did. She just was decided that she wanted to come in and give some tips, and that's totally fine. It's a-okay, you know? And so we did that, and she was satisfied with it. She liked the glasses, she liked the hair. She wanted me to look around the hair, but she ended up liking the hair. That was Saiyko, so you know what that means. Last but not least, to me, a Skaie, super future Skaie, I mean. When I created this, it was way before everyone else, and I thought I was creating like a family tree type thing, so everyone was going to be under Saiyko Skaie, and then I realized too late that I was actually just creating my Zoe, and then by the time I realized, I didn't feel like going back and fixing it, so that's why it says Skaie Saiyko instead of just Skaie Potato, which is what I would have put. Like I said, I started this one out way before everyone else, so I was still learning the ropes and figuring out what the heck I could do and couldn't do. And honestly didn't learn as much as I probably could have, but I did have fun with it. I was doing making some weird choices there before, just to have fun. I definitely wanted to go for something that, I mean, obviously I know what I look like, so I wanted to go for something that I wish I'd looked like, you know, because your girl has kind of some self-esteem issues, and you know, it's whatever. Anyway, so yeah. I was going for what I wish I looked like, which is fine. I thought it was gonna be fun to do that anyway. So obviously I also kind of based it a little bit off of my chibi. I gave myself some purple eyes. I did not give myself purple hair, even though I wanted to. It was not, the purple wasn't purpling the way I wanted it to, you know. Though later on I figured out how to make it work better, but again, this was way before everything else. I did give myself some nice like makeup and stuff, and it was just nice. It was a good time. I gave myself like black hair, and gave myself like freckles, which, to be fair, I do have a little bit of freckles that have grown in, but hey, whatever. Obviously your girl ain't as fit as this, though she wishes she was, and she plans to be, because I'm gonna get there. As for the outfit, I definitely played around with it a lot. I was trying to find an outfit that I personally would wear in real life, and then I was like, I would rather choose an outfit that I would wear in real life if I looked like this, specifically body wise. So I went with like more like biker jacket-y type thing. It was heavily, you know, black and purple, because obviously those are my favorite colors and whatever to me. And so I did kind of like that. I ended up finding like a little bit of a felt type skirt, and then give myself some like warmers with the boots with the fur, you know. I don't even know. No, I give myself some Tims because I love me some Tims. I also was playing around with like turtleneck and all these things, and tried to find a hat, and the hats weren't really working for me. So, and then in this part I found out that I couldn't, with the turtleneck, I couldn't wear like necklaces and stuff. So yeah, I changed it, and I made the decision to put myself cat ears because I thought it was gonna look cute, but now I wish I would have gone with the bow because I thought that would have actually looked cuter, but hey, I can't do anything about it. And so I left the cat ears on. It doesn't look terrible, but hey. I gave myself glasses because I wish I still had my glasses. As for personality, I went with artistic, mainly because artistic says frequently feel sad, and I'm a Cancer. I cry a lot. It's whatever. It is what it is. But hey, here it is. This is me. So